Hey crafty family, it's me. Today we are going to play with something that I have only shown parts of on a journal I was working on way back, the journal with the girl with the butterfly wings or the fairy wings on her. And you guys have been dying for me to show you how to do that. I'm not going to show you how to make the fairy wings, and I'll explain why in a little bit. But what we're going to be using is called Angelina fibers and Angelina film. And the Angelina film is what I use to make the fairy wings, and the Angelina fiber is another similar product. Let me get it out here and show you. This is the Angelina film, and these are the Angelina fibers. I'll just break out one of those there. They come in all different colors. And actually, this is official Angelina film. This is not Angelina Fibers, the brand. And this is one that I got off of eBay, so it's not the official Angelina Fibers. And I actually suggest that you get the official Angelina fibers. They're not that much more expensive than the knockoff brand, which is what these are, because these don't work quite as well as the real deal. And you'll see what I mean as we work with them. They're fine. I mean, they're really fine, but you could do a little bit more with the actual Angelina fibers, I believe, from what I've seen. And I don't get the exact same results with these, but I do get good results. It's only depending on what you want to do with it, but I'll explain all of that. So here I made this with the Angelina fibers. This is the fibers I used, and I use this. You will need an iron for this, and a heat gun, and or depending on what you want to do. So I'm going to show you the fibers first. What they do is they bond, and they bond only to each other. They're not going to bond to a paper. They only bond to each other, and basically they're polyester fibers, and as you can see, they're real shiny, glittery, pretty. And you can fuse things in between layers. So let's say you wanted to make like a large piece. You can fuse like threads, like pretty threads and pretty yarns in them. I'm not going to do that today. I might actually do some book pages with this one and show you kind of how to fuse that a little bit. Let me see if I have like a page of something over here. Here we go. Some music paper. If I take some music paper, and I'll use that. But first I'll show you just the basics. I just need to get some parchment because I'm not prepared. But what else is new? This is fun for mixed media. It's fun for a lot of things because, excuse the ripping. It's fun because you can use this and you can actually sew on it, and you can actually use like fusible webbing and put it down on your fabric, and you can actually wash it, dry it, all, you know, everything, and it will stay on and all that stuff. So it is washable. But the thing is, because this is not the real Angelina fibers, it doesn't bond as well as the original. And I used a lot of heat, and you're only supposed to put it on like the silk setting, but I had to use a lot higher heat to get this to bond. So that's why I'm saying get the original Angelina fiber if you're going to do it for like fabrics and stuff, because with the original you can die cut it and everything, and I could die cut this. It just took a lot for me to get a fused piece. I'm going to use this side so that it stops curling up on itself. What you do for this, well, first of all, fold your parchment, because you're going to need a piece of parchment, and I make a fold in it so it's easy for me to fold it over and iron on it. And actually I'm going to set down my dirty rag that I use for my paint so that I have a cushion for my iron to go over. And what you do is you take some of your fibers and you just kind of pull them apart like this. And you just pull out however much you want. I'll do this much for now. And you can kind of like shape them however you want and get them in a shape, a basic shape that you want. I mean, you can't do too much of that with these, but you could do a little bit. So let's say I just wanted one sheet. I would put that down and then I would run my iron over it. Now, like I said, this brand takes a little bit more heat to get it to bond for some reason. Like, you're only supposed to have to go 3 seconds over it and it'll bond. And it'll bond a little bit right now. But I could still tell that it's like not quite fully bonded. So I have to do a little bit more to get this brand because it's not as good as the original, but it is still fun if you just want to get it for some mixed media purposes. It's still a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, honey, because it's still a lot of fun. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. Like, I could still use to bond this a little bit more. And what I like to do sometimes is, like, you see how that you have these edges, like that don't, little flyaway edges. I sometimes like to take it and fold it under a little bit on the edges if I can. It's a little hard to do. This way you get like you get more of those fibers underneath to bond. You don't want to do thick layers. You want to start off like thin, and if you want to add to it, you can add to it later and make it thicker. And I attempted it with my little craft iron. No, it wasn't hot enough. It might be hot enough for the original Angelina fibers, but not these apparently. I needed my big mama jamba. I needed to break out the big one. Like, I left this heart, I was trying to, after I had cut it out, because I had fused a piece like this, and then I cut the heart out with scissors, and it felt like it was coming apart, so I put it, you know, just like this between the thing, and it actually, I had to do it so long to get it to fuse that it actually picked up some of the parchment. Yeah, so that was crazy. There we go. Now I've got like this piece. I can even go back in a little more and make it a little more square, just to kind of make sure you're using up all your little fibers. See, the original Angelina fibers, if you iron it for too long, it'll go dull. It'll actually go kind of dull, and these don't really go dull, they just don't fuse as well. If I had my, what is it called? Oh, that stuff. It's like a powder fuse stuff. Bonash. If I had my Bonash, I can't find my Bonash, but if I had it, I would sprinkle a little bit of this on the fibers before I started to iron it, and then it would have bonded really well. So you can do that. You can get yourself some Bonash. It's a powder. It's like a salt shaker, and you sprinkle it on, and then you just bond it like you would normally, and it'll add a little extra strength. So if you wanted to, you can get the cheaper ones and just use the Bonash to fuse it, help fuse it. So that's an idea. So yeah, so you can do that totally, and it'll totally make it stronger and better. So now it's fused, and as you can see, it's like a piece of fabric, and you could sew and adhere this to your thing. You can cut shapes out of it, whatever you want to do. Isn't that cool? So this is a lot of fun for mixed media, and here's why. Because now what I can do is I can take that piece of paper, which I don't know what I did with it, the other one that I cut. Did I lose it? Oh, there it is. And so now if you were working on, you know, either bigger or smaller, let's say you're doing like a card front or something, you can, like, you know, take your painted papers, and let's say I want to add my heart in here like this, and I want to bond all this together. Well, let's do a different color. Where's my box? Where's my box? I I could do like a, oh, it's not in my box. What did I do with it? Oh. Oh. And now I can take like some of the white, which is really pretty. It's like a crystal-y color. I'll do like a little bit of white and a little bit of gold. Because this will be really pretty for like the front of a card. So, and this is like, you know, you can just bond your, you know, bond it together. It's a little tricky. Takes a little time to get used to it. There's a little bit of a learning curve with it. So now I'm going to fuse this. But this is great for making cards and like mixed media cards and stuff. How cool would it be to get a card with something like this on the front of it? Pretty dang cool. Now this stuck and it's not supposed to stick. That's the problem with the fake stuff. See, I might have ruined it. I don't know why it's sticking. It's not supposed to stick. See what I mean? Like, it's not the real deal. Well, dang it. Let's see, I see it's stuck. It like completely stuck. And I don't know why. It's not supposed to. It's so bizarre. Maybe my parchment was, I did it too much with the like, yeah, you know what I mean. Maybe I need a clean piece of parchment. So anyway, it's not really ruined. I can fix this. It can always be fixed. Let's try it again. I hate when it curls up. Let's try it again and see, because it should not be sticking to the parchment. I don't see, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know why it would do that. Don't know. I think it's just a cheaper brand. Let's just do it a little bit. See, it's stuck again. I don't know why it's sticking. This is really bizarre. Didn't stick as bad. Huh, maybe if I used wax paper? But that would get wax on it. See, this is what I mean. This is why you want the original Angelina fibers. Because this stuff, see, I'm used to using the Bow Nash with it. And that's what I would do. And I don't really have, I mean, this is still good. You could still do this. You would just have to put a little Fabri-Tac to kind of tack everything together, and it would be fine. It would look still look really cute on your, yeah, on your thingamajiggity. I'm thinking maybe my iron is too hot. We could try to heat set it with the heat gun. That might be better. Let's try that. I have nothing hard to push on that. Let's try this. I would use this with my iron, but the iron's, I think, too hot for it. Yeah, there we go. See? Oh, nope. You know why? The paper. it's bonding here, but see, this is not supposed to happen. This is why I say get the original stuff, but still, you could still get the same look. Obviously, because you could just add a little bit of glue and look how cool that is. This would be really cool for the front of a card. I think it would be cute. And you can like cut the edge and fray it a little bit. Or there you go, just it was folded. Never mind. But see, I can even, let me try to bond it a little more. I'm going to mess with it a bit. We're going to learn because, yeah. Why not? Come over here. Stop blowing around, jackass. Let me see. I only put it on. Look, did you see how fast I put it on? Not long. Well, there we go. Now it's bonded. Now we've got there. It just takes a little time. You just got to play with it. So anyway, I think this would look really cute on a card with a little saying, because it's very mixed media, or on like as a focal point of your canvas and then put like a quote. I just think that's really cool. I think I'll use that for something for sure. And like I can even take this and bond it to here, you know. Like I save these. I don't throw them away once I cut them. I actually hold on to them and use them again, because why not? You can always reuse it. So anyway, that's Angelina fibers. Well, these are no name brand, but you can get the same results. You just got to play around and find out, you know, how best it works for you. I used to use Beau Nash because I remember trying to do this when I first got them. Like, I've had these for, God, 5 years. I've had these a really long time, but I haven't played with them in a super long time. And then I couldn't find my Beau Nash for, you know, forever, and I don't know what happened to it. And I cleaned out my closet too, so I don't know. So hopefully I'll find it, or it's not that expensive. I can get another thing of it, I'm sure. But it definitely works great with Beau Nash, because Beau Nash will tack down paper. That's another thing I like about Beau Nash. You can tack paper to anything. You can tack your lace down with Beau Nash. You could tack almost anything down. So that's why I used to use it with this, because it wasn't the same as the regular Angelina fibers. So, but if you add a little of that Beau Nash powder and then iron everything together, works perfect. Works perfect. And there's some really cool things you can do at Beau Nash that I'm going to have to do a video on when I find it. And I usually save all the little stragglers and use them in the next one that I do. So anyways, that's that. It's a lot of fun. It's really cute on projects. And yeah, it's totally awesome. It's a lot of fun to do. And like I said, you could die cut it. I'm trying to think of everything you could do. You can make fairy wings with this if you do like a big sheet and then cut your fairy wings out in the shapes that you want. It totally will be fine. So, yep, very cool stuff. But even almost cooler is the Angelina film. And for that, you can use your iron or your heat gun for that. What did I do with it? What did I did with it? Hold on, let me put this one away before I end up spreading these all over the place. Let me throw them back in the bag. Sorry, just want to make sure these go back in their bag. Okay. Now what did I did with the fibers? Did I put them back in the box? No. Oh, right there in front of my face. If they were any closer, they would have bit me. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of colors, and then I got a couple of clears, which I really like. So we'll work with some of the clear, because you'll be able to see. Here's some leftover scraps. I'll show you those too. That's from making fairy wings and stuff. Different things. So you can heat these, and as you heat them, they kind of shrivel up and take different shapes, which is really cool. But you got to be careful when you're heating them too, because they will like, they can get holes in them and kind of rip, which is cool for fairy wings because it gives you that authentic kind of grungy fairy wing look. So with this, you can iron some of the Angelina film into it, which we will do. So let me do that. So that's what it looks like. It's very iridescent. I don't know if you could see how colorful that is. But one cool thing that you can do, and if I can find, oh, there we go. Now, I haven't done this in forever, so forgive me if I screw this up. Seriously. If I do, I'm sorry. Because I haven't done this in forever, this what I'm about to do. You can take your red rubber stamps. They have to be the rubber kind. And it will not stick to them. But you could do some cool things. And I think, I'm trying to remember how to do it. I think this is how. You need a piece of parchment. So I'm just going to rip this off before my ink dries. And then you go over it until you could see the stamped image like that. See how you could see it coming through? And then you get like this hardened kind of infused look, and then you can cut around it like so. I'll show you. And you could cut around it. It's really cool if you have like a really nice butterfly stamp that has a lot of open. You don't want anything that's got like a lot of black, like a lot of solid space. If you have like a butterfly with a lot of open areas on its wings, I do not have a good rubber stamp butterfly. So the only thing I have is this little one that would work the best. I think I have a flower too that would work, but I couldn't find it. And you could fussy cut the heck out of this if you wanted to. I think the back looks cooler sometimes. Because look at that. You see how the back has that iridescent look? That is really cool to add to journals. Am I even showing it to you? Sorry. See that iridescent look? That's the coolest part about this. Or you can use it on the side with the ink and it looks really cool. So you just choose. But I can go in with my fussy cutting scissors and fussy cut that and then put it on your cards, your projects. It comes out really cool. And that's the one thing I absolutely love about this stuff. So much fun to stamp with it on your rubber stamps. And this one has a little bit too much design in it, so you wouldn't see it, but oh, you know what? Let me grab a flower. Let me see if I can find that flower. Hold on a second. Hold the phones. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, wait. This one. Hold on. It's buried. This one would look really good. If I can get a big enough piece of the Angelina film. Now I can't shut my drawer. Ooh. My stamps are jammed. And I'll set this aside because I like to hold on to every scrap because you know me. You know me by now. This is going to be a little harder to do. I'll need obviously a bigger piece of parchment. But let's experiment with this big one. I don't think I've ever done one this big. And okay, that'll be good. Then I need a piece of the film. And if you get like this sample pack, which is what I have, you get all those colors, plus you get the clears. It's a really good deal, and I think it's like maybe $19.99 or something. It's not very expensive. Considering all that you get with it, it's not that expensive. And that's why I said, just go for the real stuff. Don't get the fake stuff like I did, because I was trying to be cheap, because I didn't buy them at the same time. I bought the Angelina fibers first, and then after playing with them, I realized they weren't as good. So when I went to buy the film, I bought the original. I was like, yeah, I'm not scrimping. So, okay, I got a stamp, and I got to somehow lay that on there. You know what? Let's not stamp it. Let's not put ink on it. Let's just put this down. I bet that would look cooler without the black. I'm trying to think. Yeah, let's just put it down because I might ruin it stamping it because I might like move the film and not get a good impression. But this is going to give that cool kind of tone over it. Oh yeah, look at that. And if I cut that out, like fussy cut that, how cool would that look? Can you see how cool that looks? Like, can you imagine fussy cutting that? Let's do another one and try to stamp it. Let's try to be brave. But I think that looks cool on its own. I don't know. Are you able to see or am I off camera? That's really cool. I love how that looks. Let's try. Let's get some more and we will try to stamp it. I'm just nervous that I'm gonna move it and it's gonna smudge the ink because you know how I am. I'm a klutz. If something's going to go wrong, it's gonna be on my watch. All right, let's try. Fingers crossed, everybody. Hold your breath, cross your fingers, cross your legs, cross your butt, whatever you gotta do. I don't want to screw it up because then I'll get pissed. All right, I'm going to gently lay that down. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Please let this come out awesome. Because I was afraid I was going to move it, but actually the film like stuck to the ink. Yay. Uh-oh. Crap. Oh, nope, it's fine. Oh, look at that. Where's my fussy cutting scissors? All right. I'm gonna fussy cut this because I think this one came out really cool. And I may be able to show you another really cool thing by fussy cutting this out first. And it cuts super easy with scissors. I mean, it's like, you know, cutting copy paper or, you know, it's really easy to cut. Hold on. Okay. Well, a whale. My ink's still wet. Yeah, let me dry my ink carefully. Hopefully that's dry. Sorta. You gotta be careful if you ink it because if your ink's not dry, you could smudge it. You can, I mean, you could dry your ink with the heat gun. Just hold it way above so you don't wreck your piece because it'll melt, you know. But if you screw something up by holding it, just take a black pen and go over the area or something. I'm trying not to ruin it. Because I didn't use StazOn, which I should have probably did. I just grabbed whatever ink I grabbed. Oh no, well I used VersaFine. That's the same, isn't it? Kinda. See, I don't throw any of that away. Because that's where I will take and use like to incorporate into my Angelina fiber. And I could show you something else that you could do with it. Which I need to do because I can't find my other little container that I have that has it in it. Sorry if I'm boring you to tears with my fussy cutting, but I'm not going to fast forward through it because I don't feel like fast forwarding because I'm talking about stuff, I think. I don't know how interesting it is, but yeah, I hope you guys will, you know, this isn't like for the beginner mixed media artist or the person that's trying to keep everything on the look really cheap, and if you don't want to spend the money on it and don't think it's worth it, I completely understand, because unfortunately there is no substitute. There are cheaper versions. It's not that expensive though, honestly. You can, like I said, the sample pack is like 20 bucks or under, and if you just want to get one little roll of it, it's like $3 or $4. So I would suggest like you can get this because it's really cool, like an Aurora Borealis type of thing, and you can do a lot with it. You can get this for like, I think $4 or something. You know what I mean? Like $3 or $4. It's not that expensive. Now I'm screwing up my ink on here, but it's still cool. Now here's something you can do. Now that you have this cut, where is my pokey tool? Whoa, I'm popping stuff. Oh, come on, really? Good Lord. There we go. Found it. Alright, I'm going to try not to blow all this stuff. Hopefully you could see that I'm working on this. And what I'm going to try to do is heat the petals so that they curl up a little bit. Yeah, not that much. Hold on. Hold the phone. Let me see if I hold it better. See. I'm trying to make it like I like this one. I don't mind if it's crinkling. I just want it to be able to keep like a shape. I don't care what kind of shape, just a shape. What I'm doing is I'm heating it and then taking my hand away. Not that shape. So then you heat it and you can kind of shape it into something. Maybe if I do it from this side a little bit. I want to give it kind of like a crinkly look. I'm getting ink all over it, so yeah, next time let's wait till the ink dries. It's a little unpredictable and it's hard to do, but it's fun to do. There we go. So I've got like this cute little like bunched flower look, and you can stick like something in the middle. You know what I mean? Like you could do things with it. That's the fun part, is you can, I made a complete mess of it because the black ink wasn't wet, it wasn't dry, so don't do what I do. Wait for it to dry. I'm just impatient. My fingers are all black now and I'm wiping completely off the ink, and I might as well wipe it off because I made a mess. And I should have used StazOn because obviously that was not going to work. Oh wait, baby wipe would help. I'll just wipe the ink off of it. I don't need it. I don't need the ink on there. I can draw in little lines on the petals, but actually it looks kind of cool where the ink was. So I don't care. Either way, it's cute. You can do stuff with it. That's all that matters. I can make a smaller one with a smaller flower, or die. You could die cut this stuff too, don't forget. So I'm probably going to die cut like a smaller flower to put in the center so that it'll give like a cool crinkly flowered look. Or I can even use this one and like layer them and alternate them. That would be really cool. Ooh, let's do that. Oh yeah, I'll fast forward through this. Okay. We are nice and, you know. So what I want to do is I want to do a similar thing so that I can stick them together. One inside the other, kind of. So we are going to take the heat gun and we are going to have some fun. And I'm actually going to pinch it and hold it like this. And it kind of folds, and then you can kind of unfold it and get it to where you want it, which is cool. It's really cool the way it feels in your hand when you're heating it. It goes from being crinkly to like soft. It's so bizarre. Look how cool that looks. This is just a cool little way to make a little mixed media flower. And I think, and it's probably hard to tell because it's like that weird color where it's hard to tell what's what. But I think if I took a brad, let's see, do I have a brad handy? Not a pretty one, I'll tell you that. Maybe up here I have a pretty one. Let's see, in my box of tricks. Here we go. I have a green one right here. Anything else that would work better? I think this will work. I'll leave this one out just in case that'll work better. Okay, let us make this flower complete. Yeah, I think this green one would look really cute. I need to punch it, or actually, I can just use the awl. There we go. Oh, cute. Look how cute. Now you have a little cool mixed media flower, and you could probably continue to heat it and play with it, you know what I mean, and crinkle it up some more and just have fun with it. I think that came out really cute. And I think that would look cute on a project. Okay, so the next thing you can do, let's add the two together. Let's see if the Angelina fibers will freaking cooperate. Shall we? Because we know they're a pain in the butt. I wish I had a good non-stick mat that was like super heat resistant, but I do not. Unfortunately, I do not. I need more parchment. Where'd my parchment go? Did I stick it back in there? Oh, no, that's not it. Uh-oh. I lost something else. What else is new? Right? Oh, there it is. It was on the floor. It wasn't where I put it. Oy, oy, oy. Who knows? This parchment is like super cheap parchment. It's not very good parchment at all. So I probably need better parchment. Because like, isn't parchment supposed to have like a waxy film on it? This like clearly does not. It really doesn't. I'm going to clean off my stamp quick. Yeah, that definitely VersaFine is not a stay-on ink. And I thought it was, but I am mistaken, apparently. Okay, now I'm going to take some of the Angelina fibers in the white. Now, since I'm using the actual Angelina film, I'm hoping that it'll help with the fusing process. Because what I'm going to do is, oh, this stuff's slippery. I'm going to cut a piece of this. And then I'm going to put some fibers on it. What I'll do is I'll do just some of those, not all of those yet. I might add more. But I'm going to put some of the fibers how you want them. And then I'm going to add in some of the film in little bits, because you can cut it up into little bits. And then I've got some of the whatever color that was left over. Or is that the same color? I don't know. Is that the same color? Well, I can add in my crinkled bits that were from when I was doing the fairy wings that are already kind of melted. See how they're like melted? You can get them really hard, especially if you put two layers together. And I can add in some of those bits. And we'll just see what we get. And maybe I can add a little piece of paper into this, because now that I've got the actual Angelina film, maybe it'll do a better job. Who knows? Hey, get over here. Let's add a piece of paper under here. We'll add a couple pieces, and we'll kind of do like a semi-mixed media layout with Angelina fibers and film. And just see what happens. I know some of the paper's sticking out, but I kind of like that. Alright, let's see. Let's add a little bit more of this. I'm just cutting pieces and letting it drop onto the film. Okay. And let's see, anything else we want to add in there? Let's add in a piece of, if I have it, a piece of like a fiber of some sort. Not that. Hold on. I have. Let's add in something. Let's add in some of this. I may have to put a little bit more of the white down to get that to stay, because I don't think I can get it underneath. Let me see. Am I capable of lifting this up? I am. Look at that. And kind of putting this underneath of here and then laying that back down. Can't really see it that well, but it's in there. There we go. Pop it out in spots like so. We're making an Angelina sandwich. We can add a little bit of purple in, and I'll do it in spots like that. And I'll add a little white over top of it, and hopefully, we'll hope for the best on that. I'll add a little of this over top, and we will hope that it will adhere it. If I had some of that stuff, I would have sprinkled it between the layers or just right on top, because it would have held it all together. Okay, let's cross our fingers and hope that this will work with us today and not against us. Okay, ready team? Let's go. I'm only going to hold it on there for a second, because I don't, oh, get out of my way, scissors, seriously. See, because it will stick, and that's fine if it sticks a little. Totally, perfectly fine and normal. Now I'm going to flip it over. Do it from the other side. Hey, you keep just not cooperating. See, and now that seems to have worked much better because we used, I just need to get that one little piece in there. Because we used the Angelina film, it worked much better. But look how cool that is. That is cool on a card. Again, this would be fabulous on a card. Fabulous on a card. And even from the back it looks cool. But on a card with a saying, and you've got like this artsy fartsy card front. I mean, how cool is that? How easy is that? I'm just going to hit it a little bit more. Okay. Just to make sure that it's all melded together, which it is. That's better. Now I can tell. But I think that is so cool. And I might just do that. I might make a card out of this in another video. I think that would be a lot of fun. So yeah, so here's one that could be used as a card as well, like a small card. And I can even add, like, look, we'll add some of these to it. Get our little sandwich going. And we can add some of the little film pieces. And this is what I mean, like you could just do some cool mixed media stuff with this. So that's why I think it's worth getting if you want to, like, if you're bored with some, you know, if you don't really, you're not feeling inspired lately and you want to change things up, definitely get yourself some of this because it'll keep you occupied. It'll have you, like, doing some new things. So let's sandwich that together and see what happens. So you don't need much. Well, my battery was dead, so my camera shut off. Sorry about that. So I don't know where I left off, but I was talking about how if you have lost a little bit of your inspiration and if you're looking for something to kind of give you more bang for your buck, let's say you have a limited budget but you want to buy something new to play with, I think this would be the best thing you could buy. If you got yourself a mix of some of the Angelina films and fibers, I think that would be the best bang for your buck. This is just from an eBay seller. I'm going to put the link to the original site so that you can look at it. I'll put the link in the description, but you can look these up. Angelina fibers, that are the little wispy things, are the fibers, and Angelina film, and it's spelled A-N-G-E-L-I-N-A. Or if you want to get the cheaper ones, the cheaper fibers, I think they were called Fantasy Fibers and Fantasy Film. That might be another brand name. I'm not sure if I got these as Fantasy Film or Fantasy Fibers, because I think that's another brand name like Angelina that might be fine. I'm not sure. But you can find a gazillion YouTube videos on this stuff. This is nothing new, believe me. But I mean, this is something to kind of kickstart your imagination, and I think you'll get a lot out of it if you have these and you haven't used them in a long time and you didn't think you could use them for mixed media. Well, think again, because you absolutely can, and it's really pretty. It might not show up on camera how gorgeous this is, but you have to trust me, and I know you guys trust me, that this is really cool, and I'm really, like, re-inspired just by doing this video. I've been meaning to. Before I got sick, I was about to do a video on this, and I think I even told Secret about it. I was like, oh, I got to get out my film and my fibers and da-da-da. But I got sick, and then things happened, and then I almost forgot about it again. And yeah, so it's really cool to play with these. They're a lot of fun, and I'm going to be making, oh, about the fairy wings. I don't want to waste more, because I really wanted to show you these things. I don't want to right now waste making wings. They wouldn't be a waste, I'm sure, but I am like really frugal with my stuff, so I don't want to make a set of wings right now, because very soon I am going to be making my fairy journal, and I'm definitely going to videotape it, so it, you know, I could put it on YouTube. Videotape it. What am I, in the 90s? I'll be recording it. So I'm going to be making a pair on camera, but I want to make them suited for whatever picture I choose for my cover and all that. So I don't want to make them right now in case they're not the right ones. And then I'm going to feel like, oh no, I wasted them or whatever. So I will be making them. So just be patient when I start my fairy journal, which is going to be very soon. Probably within the next like 3 weeks, I'm going to start my fairy journal. So when I do, you'll see me make wings. And it's really cool, and it's really easy, and you can look up videos for it. It's not really that hard, and it's not a big secret. You can find it. I think this would look really cute on one of these. Like maybe here. And a card. I think that would be adorable. Anyway, off track. So anyway, give this a try. Let me know how you like it. Also, if you can support my GoFundMe, I would really appreciate it. It would be very helpful. And if you do donate to my GoFundMe, if you wouldn't mind sending me an email at pinkpoodlecrafts@gmail.com and letting me know, I'd like to send you something. Like a card, a thank you card with some die cuts or something. So if you do donate, please send me an email and let me know that you donated, so that, because sometimes the name doesn't match, like sometimes when people donate, it either says anonymous or it just says their name, and if I click on it, it does nothing. It doesn't give me an email address. I don't know how all that works. So if you'll send me an email, pinkpoodlecrafts@gmail.com, I could send you something. But I could really use the money, because like I said in other videos, I am out of work because of my Crohn's disease. I'm about to have surgery on the 9th, and I'm having a real hard time right now paying my bills, and the money that I did get so far, I have spent it on bills. I paid my car payment, paid my phone bill, got some groceries, which was really helpful, so helpful. It came at such a freaking good time, but now I'm to the point where I'm kind of getting desperate now to pay my car payment and pay my groceries and this, that, and the other. So any help is really appreciated. Even $5 is fantastic. And if you're unable to donate, which I completely understand, if you could take the link, which will be below, and share it on social media, on Facebook, you know, I'd really appreciate it. It would help me out a lot. So anyway, that's it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you haven't liked this video, I'm asking a lot. Damn. I'm like going, you have to do that. No, you don't have to do any of this. Like, seriously, don't listen to me. Just unsubscribe and just don't listen to me. But, yes, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And if you want to receive emails in your inbox of when I'm going live, so that you don't miss my live streams, which are so much fun, and you don't miss when my videos come out, click on the little bell next to the word subscribe, or subscribed, because you probably are already subscribed. If you click on the little bell, it'll let you click a box that says to get notifications, which would be fabulous, because then you'll know when I go live instantly, and you will not miss my live streams. Because let me tell you something, you do not want to miss my live streams. We have a blast. It is so much fun. My last live stream was almost 6 hours, because we were having so much fun. And the ladies all, because everybody gets to chat with each other, not video chat, but you'll see me, but there'll be a chat box where you can talk to all the other people that are watching the live stream, and everybody gets to know each other. They say where they're from, they start talking about different craft stuffs, and everybody's like best friends. By the end of the night, you have like tons of new friends from all over the world. So it's a lot of fun. So definitely you got to check out one of my live streams. I do them on Monday nights at 9:30 Central Time, and that's for Mixed Media Mashup, where we play with my prompt cards that have different things on them, and then we pick the cards and do what it says on the card, which is a lot of fun. Everybody usually joins in on that one and works with me, along with me while we're doing it. And then on Friday, sometimes Saturday night, but usually Friday nights, we do the pajama party, which is at 10 o'clock Central Time. And that's the one that gets really long. That's the one that went 6 hours this past Friday night, because we were having a blast. We were working on all kinds of different random things, and I would just say, what do you want me to work on, this or this? And then everybody else would choose what I would work on, and you know, I'd get their input on things, and they were all chatting. Oh, it was so much fun. Like, you do not want to miss a live stream. It is hilariously fun. So make sure you are getting those notifications by clicking the little bell, and you won't miss it, because so many people tell me afterwards, oh my God, I missed it. I hate that I missed it. Don't miss it, because you will miss out on the funness, on the good times. So anyway, this is long enough. Make sure you do what you love what you do. Be nice people. Love you guys. Bye.